Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. And this is a paid request from Daniel. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Or wherever the info box is nowadays. It could be a topic, reaction, commentary, review, re-review, whatever the case may be. But Daniel wanted me to look at a film called No One Will Save You from 2023. Which the director of this film wrote a few films, The Babysitter, the Midget directed, which I remember not minding that film. And this is a film that stars Kaitlyn Dever as Bryn. The setup of the film is she is isolated, she's shunned, she's alone. She's in this pretty nice looking place that was left to her probably from her mom. Her mom has passed away. You tell that she thinks about this friend named Maud who passed away because she keeps trying to write her a letter, but then like just to get her mind off stuff, but keeps stopping herself. When she goes in the town, people stare at her. They never smile. They don't wave. They just look at her in a ghastly fashion. At one point, someone spits in her face. But she stays at home and has a motto of the town, is a bit of a seamstress, and just enjoying her day. You know, just enjoying her life while it's lonely and shunned, doing the best she can. Until one day, she's sleeping, she hears a noise in her house. It's a home invasion, but it's of the close encounter kind. This is an alien. And it looks like one of those, when people say gray aliens, kind of the almost light bulb head, gray, small mouth. It could do telekinetic stuff, like it could move stuff with its mind. Which makes you wonder why sometimes it's hard to catch this girl if they could do all this stuff. Because there are times I'm like, well, why don't you do this? Why do you do that? Like, there's a lot of times it seems like they forget to use that power. I'll mention that a few. I mean, anyway, the rest of the film is her escaping from these aliens. At one point, she accidentally kills one, inadvertently kills one. She tries to go into town, then she tries to leave. But what the aliens can do is they'll put this parasite down your throat, and they'll be in your throat, and they can control people. So she'll escape, go back to her home, try to barricade, and then again the rest of the film is just her trying to deal with these aliens. At one point she deals with two of them. But also throughout the film you see there's some kind of mental stuff going on where there's some kind of guilt. There's some kind of bad thing that happened way back to the day that she's trying to overcome this guilt, overcome this terrible discrepancy that happened back in the day. Until you get to the ending, and the ending, I don't know, man. The first third of the film, I was kind of with the film. Number one, I thought Kaitlyn Dever did a pretty good job. She did a pretty good damn job for what little she had to do. Because the film, there's pretty much no dialogue except one sentence. That's like, I'm sorry, Maud, I'm sorry. There's like one sentence. The rest of the movie, there's no dialogue. So I think that's interesting. You know, it challenges yourself to tell a story on a visual sense. It makes it more unique. It makes it stand out more, which is usually what I'm calling for movies, because I see so many movies, and okay, do something different, change it up. You know, I appreciate that. So I thought that was an interesting choice. A home invasion, there's been a lot of them, but it's an alien. Okay, that's a little bit different. You take something typical and you slant it a little bit. Okay. Her being shunned, feel sorry for her, pity her. So now I'm kind of with the lead character. I'm intrigued as to what's going on. Why did they shun her? I didn't feeling sorry for her. Makes me help root for her for a bit. Nice starting point. The special effects, some are decent. There's some shots of the clouds. Like there's a bit in the daytime when the clouds are kind of forming across the land. There's a bit where you see like a spaceship in the nighttime. A couple of the close-up shots of the aliens look pretty good for the budget. I think the budget, again, this is with how much more expensive things are. Just the economy, everything's gone way up. It was, dude, so good. It's like 20 million. But I think if this was like a budget back in the day, it'd probably be like, I don't know, 8 million or something. If that. Some of the CGI is not the best. There's bits where at times the aliens can, their feet can kind of be like hands and do this. Or there's a bit where they kind of can sprout more legs and walk like a spider, a crab, and like be much bigger. There's one that gets trapped in a car that's very soon is going to get blown up. Some of that CGI is not the best. Some of that CGI is really wonky. And to see what they're getting at with the girl when you find out what really happened and the guilt and stuff. But I thought that, number one, after a while, it kind of got tiresome of just her running around from these aliens. And you're wondering why they can't catch her. Because, again, there's a bit where she's hiding. She's behind the alien, and the alien literally does this. Like, one move, and she flies back through the damn wall. And I'm sitting there going, okay, so that alien could do that to her. Why couldn't these aliens before do that to her? Like, what's going on? But the script itself, I thought, was the biggest negative. Because I think, I'll get to the ending. I think the ending's lame. I think the ending's really stupid. And there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense. That stuff is done, but it's counterintuitive to other stuff being done. I can only explain that with spoilers, so bear with me. Spoilers. Like I said, you have the establishing opening, which I didn't mind. And again, the first home invasion with the first alien, didn't mind that bit. The electronics going haywire, fridges opening and closing, all that stuff. It drags her. So the first alien is doing it. It's dragging her and picks her up and twirls her. But he doesn't know she has something in her hand, and she turns and hits it in the head. So that first alien, okay, he's exploring. It seems like he doesn't quite know what things are at. There you go. And it's by accident. And again, goes into town. Honestly, I would have taken the damn alien to town. It's like, you ain't gonna believe me? Believe this. But granted, her car was broken. She only had a bike, so... Although that'd be funny, like she tried to put it like the E.T. and put it at the front of the bike and then bicycled into town. Like, you don't believe me? What the hell is this? And then because there's no dialogue, I did this... The police chief hates her for reasons we come to find out, and the guy's wife spits at her, so that's why she can't go to the cops. Granted, there's a part of you that don't just shout out, I was attacked. Someone broke into my home. You're still wondering why doesn't she just say that? Just say it. That's one thing of like keeping the very minimal dialogue, kind of like, Would she just be silent? Wouldn't she just say, hey, I'm being attacked? I got attacked. Don't believe me? Come to my home. You don't want to do your job? Fine. Maybe your deputies do. Something like that. Then she tries to escape on the bus. Passengers are infected. Um, the effect of the thing in their throat wasn't really the best. You could tell it was pretty CG. I kind of wish they'd done maybe like practically up close, like a fake neck, and have something underneath the fake neck kind of bubble. And I wish they would have done that instead. I think though it's when the next two aliens come in to attack her. That's when things after that kind of wrote to be the wrong way. Well, okay, there's a big alien, there's a small alien. There's a small alien attacking fervently. But then there's one point where there's this beam of light and it like puts his hand through. Then all of a sudden it's calm. Then all of a sudden it's like in this like yoga pose. I'm like, why all of a sudden is it calm? Why all of a sudden is it? And it's like, well, we don't have subtitles for the aliens, so you're supposed to infer and think for yourself. Use your imagination. Why do you need everything explained to you, Matt? I don't need everything explained, but it is a story trying to be told by a storyteller. God forbid I like some of the story clarified. God forbid. I know, shame on fucking me. And she's smacking it with a frying pan and burning with hot water, but then all of a sudden it's calm and not attacking. But then it attacks again. I'm like, well, what the hell? Like, it's been smacked and burnt up with hot water, then it's calm in a yoga pose. Is this like a psycho? Is it a psycho alien? Split personality? Is that what it, maybe it's a split personality? I don't know. Maybe it's like me, myself, and Irene. I don't know. Is it Hank? She's able to stab it and not hit it with the door. The other just stares and Spire walks away. She's almost beamed up, but she's able to get out of it. She's chased. Really bad CGI when she's chased by the alien, one of the spider crab-like things. Now that's what I'm talking about. With the telekinetic stuff. The little alien. Does the little alien not have telekinetic powers? There's no time he'd be like, get over here, bitch. Or the big alien with the spider legs. Does it not have telekinetic powers? Because why didn't you just stop her? Get over here, like Scorpion. There's a bit where she traps it in a car and it can't get out. I'm sitting there going, you can't get out. You're stuck. Use your telekinetic to just blow the doors open. Or suck her up and grab her by the neck. And get me the fuck out of here. Why does it just, you get over here, do all this, like, why doesn't it do any of that? So some of them have telekinetic, but some of them don't have telekinetic. I guess, I can only assume, but I can only assume, just the writer director doesn't tell me. Doesn't tell me squat about it. That's why I'm like, oh, how did, she's not, a ninja, she's not a secret ops, she's not a cop, she's just a person, just a regular girl. But she's able, because the aliens at times are being just stupid, I guess. Same with, this is a decent looking shot in slow-mo, red lighting, where another alien, I guess someone finally is able to stun her, and they're putting an alien, and like the way it's shot in slow-mo, was like her mouth, and then slowly getting put into her mouth. I didn't mind the way that was shot. But she is the only one in this area that breaks out because she sees a hallucination of her friend, says sorry. I think that's the only dialogue in the movie, so that's how important it is. And then, because she said sorry, she reached. Because it was here. This stuff is here. You see in all the people, it's right here. How do you reach in to grab something right here in your throat? Like, I can't even get. I don't. I get this far. I get to like my tongue, like maybe here. How do you don't reach all the way down here to grab the thing? And how does she break out of it? And why did she break out of it? Because she had trauma. Because let me jump ahead. What you find out is when they were like 12 years old, her friend pushed her. By accident, she grabbed a rock, hit the girl in the head, and she died. It was an accident. She didn't mean to do it. She was distraught. The town hates her to this day. I just see like the dad and the mom, the police chief and the woman, like it'd be hard for them to get over it. I understand that. The rest of the town, it was none of your business. It was an accident. She didn't mean to do it. Shut up. But you're telling me nobody else in this town has trauma of any sort? Okay, maybe it won't be the same sort, but emotion of sadness or emotion of regret. There's a shitload of people that would have that in some way, shape, or form. So the way we see, it's only her so far, especially by at the end of the film. So it's kind of hard to really? How the hell did she do that and do that because of this? And that doesn't really correlate. And it's not like bad things have only happened to her. What about the mom and the dad? I mean, granted, we don't see them ever again. So maybe they did. But they have trauma too. Find their daughter dead. Find their daughter killed. That's some pretty big trauma too. So did they do it as well? Did they remember that and reach down their throats and pull out the shit? I don't know. Maybe if they do a sequel, we'll find out. I don't know. But then also, it seems like the aliens, they're intrigued by her, so they want to study her because, she has these different emotions. But then if they want to study her, just near the end of the film, they literally pick her up and they study her, and she has a hallucination of her friend and forgiveness, and the aliens kind of looking at her, and then they decide to let her go. Like they're fascinated by her, they want to study her more. So you want to study her, but you also sent a doppelganger of herself to kill her. If you're wanting to study her because you're intrigued by her, why are you making a doppelganger to stab her and would have killed her if she did not kill the doppelganger first? Because she gets wounded, but she's able to slit the doppelganger's throat. Do they make doppelgangers for everybody? Okay, only for the people that are a bit trouble. But you think someone who's a bit trouble, you want to study more. You're fascinated more. But then, again, you did a doppelganger, which again, if you're aliens that you do telekinesis stuff, have like 3 of them, be like, stop, hammer time, freeze. I have this ability to just make you freeze. Just like the one alien did the snap and she went through the damn wall. So why don't the aliens just do that and freeze her? Take 3 of them, freeze, beam her up, Scotty. Instead of making a whole damn doppelganger, like what? As well, it's some theme of she killed it just like she accidentally killed her friend, and just like she accidentally killed that alien. And maybe it's like she's seen herself die, so maybe it's trying to be like her old guilt self or her own isolated self dying, or whatever the hell the director wants to do. Don't matter if it makes jack shit of sense. And again, after the doppelganger, they pretty much just grab her, abduct her. We find out what happened. And do they feel sorry for her? They don't know what sadness is, but doesn't everybody have sadness? Let alone the girl's parents? They would have trauma as well. Are they studying those parents as well? Of the girl, Maud's parents? I mean, just what they do is they just let her go, and while the entire town is controlled, she can walk around town and they all smile and wave, and she smiles and waves, and everybody else is infected. So the people that wouldn't give her the time of day, they now do, and the aliens have given her happiness. Okay, and then what? And even then, it's like, am I supposed to like a girl that is willing to be happy that a whole town is controlled and infected by aliens? I'm supposed to care about the girl and her happiness? Just this selfish endeavor? I get that. Did every single person in the town treat her like crap? I don't know. Were there some that were a bit scared they don't know better? Does that mean they deserve to be controlled forever? What about babies? What about kids? What about little kids? Are the little kids controlled? Do the little kids even know what's going on? Did the little kids even know who you were, Bryn? Kaitlyn Dever's character? Granted, I mean, we didn't see a whole lot of the kids, but still, it's just a lot of questions that are unanswered, and I didn't like the ending. I thought it was really stupid. I thought it was really lame. And also, it's nice that the aliens are so nice to her when she's killed some of your. I mean, she killed the one in the head. I don't know if the little one's dead or alive. It got hit in the shoulder and knocked the hell out with the door. One got burned up, trapped in a car, blown up. So she killed a couple of your own, but you're fine with that, I guess? Which I thought was a bit weird. Okay, she killed a couple of your own, and you want to give her a reward. Well, they're aliens, so they're not going to think like humans think. So I guess you could chalk it up to that. I guess. That's what I mean. A lot of this, I guess. Well, you just don't want to think for yourself. You wanted to hold your hand. Hold my dick. How about that? And suck it. Alright? I don't think it's not like the 1980 Jacob's Ladder that I think is a very well written movie, and then at the end I could think about things and meanings. Because that's a good script. I think this is a crappy script that could have been and should have been done a lot better. That's my opinion. And that's why it leaves all these questions. And like I said, after the first third, her just escaping from these aliens just got a bit tiresome, got a bit old. At times iffy. Special effects didn't help either. The questionable choices by, like, why are the aliens not doing this, or why are they doing this, but then they're doing that. They want to study her, but let's have a doppelganger try to kill her. Somehow she's able to do this because she said, I'm sorry, to someone who wasn't there. And just physically, like, how the hell do you get that out? Maybe it wasn't all the way down, or whatever, fuck. If you like the film, be my guest. I wasn't a fan of it. Like the first third of it, Kaitlyn Dever, I think, gave a good performance for what only having one line of dialogue, but I would never see it again. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.